Hi, folks. Do you need $500,000 before you can retire? Well, the best answer I can come up with is maybe. Maybe you do. You know, you're the only one that is really going to be able to answer that question accurately. You know, I'm not a financial advisor. I don't claim to be. I'm just an old guy surviving on Social Security like everybody else out there. So whatever I say, folks, it's just my opinion. Take it for what it's worth. I did a little research the other night. As per the Social Security Department, in 2025, there were 54 million senior citizens living on Social Security. I'm sorry, collecting Social Security. They weren't necessarily living strictly on it. Of that 54 million, 9% had $500,000 in savings. So we're not talking about equity in a home or anything like that. We're talking about cash on hand. 9% had $500,000 in their savings account. Folks, that's 4,086,000 people. That's not a lot of folks when you're talking about 54 million. So the quick answer is no. You don't need 500,000 because a lot of people statistically don't have it. So let me ask you this. Do you have to drive a fancy new car every year? You got to trade in your car every year or every 2 years? Do you have to have all these nice designer clothes? Folks, I'm retired. I'm basically a t-shirt and short guy. Do you eat out more than you eat at home, preparing your own meals? Folks, if you answered yes to, I'm going to say any of those three, or especially all three, then yeah, you definitely need $500,000. Just eating out alone is going to rack it right up. If you don't need those things, then I'm guessing that you probably can survive without $500,000 in the bank. Let me give you some more numbers here that I pulled off the internet. You know, found it on the internet. It's got to be true. So that's all I can give you. The experts claim you need $500,000 in savings in order to survive your retirement. The experts also claim you should withdraw 4% every year. So 4% of 500,000 is $20,000. So if you take 20,000 and divide it by 12 months, that gives you $1,666 a month towards your expenses. Okay? Now, let's say, for instance, let me back up a second. Social Security claims the average Social Security check is between $1,700 and $2,000 a month. All right, so just for argument's sake, let's say you get $1,700 a month from Social Security. Added to your $1,666 from your $500,000, that gives you a monthly income of $3,366. That's not too bad for a single person. But wait a minute. Excuse me. What if you're married? What if your spouse is collecting Social Security? Well, let's just say, for instance, that your spouse is only getting $1,500 a month. Okay. Combined with your income, that's $4,866 a month income for two people. Folks, that's $58,400 a year. So, if your house is paid off, you're not holding a mortgage, if your car is paid off, if you have an emergency fund already set up and in place, I'm going to say yes, it can be done. I don't know that for a fact, but I really believe it can be done. But what if you don't have $500,000 in savings? Well, you just have to adjust your lifestyle. What are the other options, folks? There's not too many. But let me give you some numbers from my personal budget. This is how we're doing it. And we're doing it quite well, by the way. Number one, we set our thermostat at 77 degrees year-round. It doesn't fluctuate. Our highest electric bill in this mobile home that we're in right now, it was $250. That was our highest one. It's never been, it's normally 180, 190, but 250 was the highest. We have Android phones. We don't have iPhones. We don't have anything special. We can make phone calls. We can text each other. We can text our kids. We can receive text. We can take photos. I'm recording on my Android phone right now. You can play games. So do I need an iPhone that's going to cost me $1,000? No, I don't. This $40 Android phone works just fine. And speaking of cell phones, 2 years ago we had AT&T as our cell phone provider. We were getting charged $155 a month for 2 cell phones. I went with Spectrum cell phone service, and they had a deal, 2-year plan. Introductory year was $50 for 2 phones, all inclusive. The second year it bumps up to $88. That includes tax, all your fees and everything. They tell me that it will never go up. It will always be $88. Now, if they've lied, guess what? O'Brien starts looking for a new cell phone provider. And I've already got one lined up, so we'll just have to wait and see what happens. But for $88 a month for 2 lines, I'm happy. This is going to be kind of different. This is our grocery budget. And we budget $370 a month for 2 people. Now, it's actually only $190 a month for 2 people because we have a advantage plan for our insurance. Okay, I'm not going to get into the pros and cons of advantage plan versus regular Medicare. Everybody's got their own choice to make, and this is the one that we make. But along with that, we get, each of us, $80 a month for groceries. So combined, that's $160 in grocery money that our insurance gives us each and every month. 160, 190 together is 370. I looked it up. The national average, and this just shocks me to death. The national average grocery bill for 2 people retired, $700 a month. What are people eating out there? Now, granted, we don't eat a lot of steak. We eat a lot of chicken. We eat a lot of pork. We do eat cube steak and things like that, roast, pot roast, things of that nature. We don't eat steak. It's just too doggone expensive, and I refuse to buy it. Ground beef is a staple at our house, but $700 for 2 people? Wow. I budget $150 a month so we can go out to dinner once in a while. Here's what I figure. And we don't go to any place fancy. We go to casual dining, Applebee's, places like that. Nothing fancy. Place you can wear jeans and t-shirt if you want to. Shorts, for that matter. I budget $150 a month. 2 people with tip can typically eat for $50. That's 3 meals a month that we eat out. And guess what? We don't eat out 3 times a month. Typically, we'll eat out twice a month. So I'm saving $50 right there just from the budget. We live in a pretty metro area. We're real close to easily 7 grocery stores within a 5-mile radius. Sam's Club and Costco, they're probably 8-9 miles away from us. But any other shopping we need, 5 to 10 miles away. So our gas usage for the car, now we own a hybrid. It's a Ford Escape hybrid. So it's really good on gas. I budget $50 a month for fuel. I've yet to spend more than $35 for that. And medical expenses, I budget $50 a month. But because of our insurance, we don't have a copay when we see our doctor. Just about all of our prescriptions are free, with the exception of I take insulin, and it's about $90 every 3 months, so $30 a month, but I do it every 3 months. If we do see a specialist, like we both just had eye surgery, there is a $10 copay with that, but that's it. Household items, household goods, I should say, I budget $50 a month, and that's for paper plates, dishwashing detergent pods, whatever they're called, laundry detergent, toilet paper, paper towels, things like that. Again, our insurance gives us, I think it's $80 a month each for over-the-counter supplies, toothpaste, toothbrushes, arthritis, pain relief, Band-Aids, anything that you buy through the pharmacy, is included. I budget $100 for clothing. Why? I don't know. It doesn't make any sense, but it's on there. That's an awful lot of t-shirts as far as I'm concerned. Here in our community, they play bingo every Thursday night. And I budget $100. When's the last time we played bingo? I couldn't tell you. It's been 4, 5, 6 months ago. Here's another way we've saved money. Our car insurance. I was paying $154 a month for our car insurance. And I shop car insurance religiously every 3 months. I'll call up everybody. And I finally called our insurance company. I said, listen, you guys are just killing me. You got to do something to help me out here. So without any questions, without any arguing or fighting with them, they knocked it down to I rounded up to 125. It's 124 and change. Make a phone call, folks. Right now I've got a car payment, $250 a month. It ends in April. That's $250. Where does it go? Go to my emergency fund. It goes right into my savings account / retirement fund. And I haven't even mentioned water, trash, or lawn care. We live in a 55 plus community, so we do have an HOA fee. We pay $463 a month, and water, trash, and lawn is included in it. Now we also have a Olympic-sized pool and a clubhouse and all the amenities that go with it. But if you don't live in a community like that, you're not going to have those expenses. You're going to pay probably $30 a month for water. I think our trash, the last time we lived in a non-HOA area, was like $13 a month. Lawn care can get expensive. I know some people pay like $150 a month for it, but that's them. That's not me. Back to the original question. Can you live without having $500,000 in the bank? I say, yeah, you can. You won't be traveling to exotic places and taking expensive vacations every month or every other month or however often these rich people do it. But you will be able to plan a vacation. We planned a vacation. We went this last year. We took a 5-night cruise on a Royal Caribbean ship. As long as you're budgeting for these things, folks, yeah, you can do it. You just have to cut back somewhere. You just have to move numbers around on your budget. If you really want to do it, you'll find a way. So again, I'm going to answer, can you survive retirement without $500,000 in the bank? Yes, I really think you can. I don't have $500,000 in the bank. We're surviving just fine. All my bills are paid. I'm buying groceries. I'm going to see my grandkids all the time. You're the only one that can determine what you can and what you can't do. And folks, I'm just going to tell you right now, I think it's doable. So leave a comment, like, and subscribe. Till the next time, folks, y'all take good care of yourselves. I'll talk to you later.